We are Open Social, made to share.
So, going to kick it off today by saying welcome to this month's edition of the Open Social Live demo. My name is Erica Grimes, and I'm going to take you through the next 45 minutes to an hour, walking you through this agenda, which will be giving you an introduction about Open Social, sharing some information on how to get started with the community, the platform functionalities on Open Social, demo of the solution, and Q&A. But if you have any questions along the way, please feel free to just chime in or put them in the chat and I can address them then at the end. So, to start off with quick introductions, as I mentioned, my name is Erica Grimes. I am the Inside Sales Lead at Open Social. So I've been doing this role for about a year and a half now. If any leads or if anything comes in via the website, it goes through me. So you've definitely seen my name in your inbox. I'm from Ireland, like I mentioned. I'm currently here visiting family at the moment. And I'm passionate about yoga, wellness, food, reading, music, and you'll actually see that in my Open Social platform later. So I will be able to guide you through my dream community. And about Open Social itself, we are a Dutch organization with the goal to help communities across the world to do good. We have been driving real world change since we created Open Social in 2016, but we didn't start out as Open Social. We actually started out in the early 2000s as a digital agency, so working on web development projects. Greenpeace Netherlands approached this web agency and asked them for a platform for their community, for their members to engage, and therefore we created the first instance of Open Social in around 2011. During this, we saw that it gained a lot of popularity when Greenpeace rolled it out internationally. There were a lot more eyes on the agency, and they received a few awards for the platform. So they decided, okay, let's try this out. And then in 2016, we launched as a SaaS company and have been working on community platforms ever since. We are, yeah, like I mentioned, we empower communities around the world to hopefully build sustainable futures for all of us. We have thousands of organizations using both our open source distribution as well as our SaaS distribution. So we're really empowering communities around the world, and we're very proud of them. Couple of these communities that we work with are the UN, so I'll be showcasing one of their platforms later in this demo. We also have Greenpeace as a client still, the European Commission, Salvation Army, IATI. So we work with some really great organizations and we're very proud to have them as clients. Some information around community types, because this is quite a key step in figuring out what solution would be best for your community type. In Open Social, we work with the communities on the left primarily. So those are communities of action. Like I mentioned, Greenpeace, they're a community of action. They have activists logging into the platform in order to, yeah, sign up for events, to um, conduct their mission on the platform and offline then. We have communities of practice, which would be the biggest share of the communities online. These are experts, knowledge sharers, professionals that are coming onto the platform to have maybe robust discussions. That is the community that we will be looking at later with the United Nations platform, SparkBlue. And we work with communities of circumstance. So these are communities that share maybe a similar health concern or any of those kinds of support communities. And the HSE in Ireland, actually, the health service here, is a client as well, which was funny when I discovered that. There's also many different types of communities, such as communities of place, interest, support, and these do roll over into some of the elements of Open Social as well. So it's not strictly just the communities on the left. Your community can embody a few different elements or different types. However, Open Social usually sees the communities that I mentioned on the left thriving the most on there. We also have here the community experience pyramid, which is a open social concept based on working with communities over the years. We have a blog post on this, so I won't go too deep into this, but essentially what this represents from the bottom up is how you can create engagement in your platform. And by facilitating engagement, you can move your members from different tiers. So, for example, at the bottom of this pyramid, you have the entire addressable community. So, that is anyone who would be on your platform. And then how you structure your given platform or your, let's say, social media will enable members to ramp up their intensity of engagement and hopefully would ideally create creators on your platform in your community, co-owners of your community, and eventually leaders or advocates for your community as well. So I will be sharing this presentation after the demo. So if you want to click in onto anything, there are links as well in the presentation. And to the good stuff, the community platform itself. Let me tell you about Open Social. Open Social is built with Drupal. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Drupal, but it is a open source content management system. What this means is it's essentially a framework for a website. We work with an open source code, which means that it's been developed by thousands of developers worldwide. So that's why we say it's built for communities by communities. It has a simple and modern design, so it looks quite like a social media site that you would have seen before, and therefore it's quite intuitive and people are used to that style of the interface. It's also white label and flexible. You can put your logo on there, you can put your coloring on there, your branding, so it is completely personalizable. And you can also, with Drupal, have customized content access and visibility permissions. So what this means is if you have a community with, say, students and teachers, you can have different content access for students and different content access for teachers. You can control the visibility settings on events and groups. So it allows for you to create a very in-depth and tailored experience for your members. We're very proud to work with Drupal because Drupal is maintained by thousands of developers worldwide. So if there's any security issues, someone is always there to rectify it. At the core, I mentioned we have our open source distribution, so anyone can have access to this. So that's very, very flexible, and also you can customize it yourself. But in our SaaS solution, which I will be displaying later, we also have the open source core, but some add-ons on top of that. These add-ons are built with the purpose of creating your dream community and enhancing it how you would like. Adding different elements such as gamification to maybe gamify your community, see a leaderboard on the community. You can also reduce friction for sign-on with the single sign-on add-on. So if you have a social media login or Gmail, for example, I see a very cute cat on my window right now. Sorry for the distraction. Monetization we offer as well. So you can monetize your memberships on your community, and you can have event ticketing if that's also important. We have many of them on our extensions page on our website. I don't want to go through the whole list. And we also have integrations. So integrations are what you can build with Open Social. So these are custom developed to your needs. For example, if you use Salesforce and you want to have a two-way sync between your CRM and your community platform, you can do that. We also offer MailChimp integrations if you want to have newsletters going out from your platform, Microsoft 365, and much more. These are all custom for you, so we're happy to work with you to help create the platform that suits your community and your needs the best. With that custom development, we also offer a lot of other professional services. So we have the out-of-the-box solution, which is just the regular SaaS solution, and we can do such things such as project management or visual design consultancy, strategy consultancy. We have customer success managers for you, quality assurance. So we want you to have the platform that works best for your organization, for your community, and we work in tandem with you to help create that. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but we are ISO 27701 certified. So we have the highest recognition of security from this international body. So we take security very seriously at Open Social as well. And for the client case study, I'm going to showcase one of our more robust communities called Spark Blue. It is the United Nations platform. They have around 30,000 members on there, and this is a mix between internal UN, the people from that are working within the UN, and then you also have external people. It's also available for the public as well, so anyone can sign up and take part in their discussions. It is a community that is really big on discussion, so they have a lot of in-depth conversations about developmental issues that are happening all around the world. And I will share that tab now. The first thing, I don't know if this also shares, if you can see that the URL is sparkblue.org. With Open Social, you can have a completely personalized URL, so it doesn't say sparkblue.opensocial.org, it's just the URL that you were looking for. On the top left here as well, you can see that they have their logo, the Spark Blue. They have their tabs here, which they have also all personalized, where you can explore their public communities, their resources, and all about Spark Blue itself. There's also a search bar here where you can search anything within the platform. You can sign up and log in over here, and they have the Google Translate extension over here. So that search bar, or that menu bar at the top, can be customized to contain whatever tabs you would like to highlight for your members. What you're also seeing here is a dashboard. This is completely personalizable as well, customizable, I should say. This dashboard feature is quite often used in communities because it's a block system, so you can have different elements in the blocks. So as I scroll down here, you can see that they have the login up here. They also have what's trending in the community. It's quite a dynamic feature. You can completely customize this. There could be 3 blocks here. It's very personalizable, and I will show you as we go deeper, and also on my platform, how you can utilize that in different ways. You can see down here that they have their events, and you can see that they have, the events, the number of members. Sparkblue is a huge community with many different communities within it. So they have created a system where they highlight the main shared information. And then up here in the top left, they have their public communities where you can go more in depth. So I'm going to take you into one of their communities to show you how they have structured this, because a lot of our clients want to have one platform with multiple different kinds of communities. And there are 2 ways of doing this in Open Social. One would be the Spark Blue way, which is having a tab with the public communities and having a different dashboard for them where you highlight the information relevant to the community, such as the about, the tags. So Open Social works with a taxonomy settings, which are tags. So you can tag different content and then have it visible so that members can find and see all the related content. They also have discussions. I'd like to take you into one of those on here since it's quite vibrant. You can also see a group. So I will open the group as well, and the events. So it's in all of these blocks, you can highlight anything on the platform that is most important to that community. So I'll show the group first, because groups are another way of displaying a community within the community. Groups are like their own little community ecosystem. The layout for the group looks the same, as in you have the menu bar across the top, you have the sidebar, and then you have all of the information down here. But you can, of course, change the name, change the background image. And what's really great about groups is that all of the content that's related to the group is accessible within the group, and you can have anything related to this specific group all within here. And that can be public, it can be private, you can customize that as well. You can also see they don't have any moderators, but it is possible to appoint a moderator to the community. You can see who the newest members are, and you can see the information and the tags that they have shared and tagged, and the discussions. So everything related to the group is all in one place. Just going to take you up here to the content to show you what that looks like as well. So they have all their resources related to this, what's this? African Network for LGBTI activists and allies. So all of the content related to this specific group is accessible within here. So it's very streamlined for your members. You can also see the other members that are here and the discussions. So while we're on SparkBlue, I'll take you through the discussions just so you can see what that looks like. Just pick a random one here. And in the meantime, take my water from my Guinness glass, which is very Irish. Okay, so discussions can be time specific. So you might only have a discussion for 2 weeks. Puts pressure on people to engage in the discussion, of course. You can also see who created this discussion and what group it is in. It's also possible to like a discussion. This you have to do when you log in. You can like it, you can share it directly to social media over here. You can connect it to tags. Again, no moderators, but you can have people who are in there checking and flagging comments. They have the description, and I'll just scroll down here so you can see what the comment section looks like. These comments as well, you can attach PDFs. You can, I believe you can upload images, so they are multimedia. You can like people's comments, you can directly at people and start a thread of comments here. So as you can see, they have quite a robust discussion going on. As you can see here, here's the thread where this is continued. You can like all of the comments, which shows engagement. So it's quite cool what they do over on SparkBlue in terms of the discussions. But for now, I will leave SparkBlue because SparkBlue is public and you can go visit that yourself if you want to go and maybe get inspired for your community. But I'd really like to show you my demo environment, my platform, so that we can go a little bit more behind the scenes. I will get my one up now. So this one is my community platform, and it is of course in stark contrast to SparkBlue's platform. I did that intentionally so you can see what a different layout looks like. This is a different landing page. As you can see, it's not that dashboard feature. I have different tabs across the top. I still have the Google Translate, and I just have some information here. So you can also add your own logo and links down in this footer as well, by the way. Now I'm going to log in as a regular member, so just anyone who signs up for the platform, just so you can see what it looks like as a regular member. And then I will take you through the site manager access, which is the person who has the most permissions on the site. And you can see what the difference is then. So I've logged in on my regular users page. She now sees a dashboard. And again, you can see how this feature is different from all of the ones we've seen before on SparkBlue. I have a different layout. I have 2 blocks up here. You can decide how big one is and how big the other is, what the ratio is. You could put a poll in here, so you can have it very engaging for someone who votes. You can also get feedback this way. We've seen this on a few of our clients' platforms. They use this poll to get feedback and then implement that for their members. I have also highlighted different things that a regular member might want to do, such as find members or participate in challenges, see the community guides or the events. Down here on the left, I have the activity stream. So like I mentioned, Open Social has some similarities with a social media. So one of those would be the activity stream like you have on your LinkedIn or on your Facebook. So if you follow someone or you're friends with someone, you can see what their content is and what they've been posting. On the right here, we have the gamification leaderboard. So this is one element of our gamification add-on. We like to say that this can be used to get data on our members as well. So you can see who is the top performing member, and then to throw it back to the community engagement pyramid, you can reward those members by allowing them certain permissions, have them become one of your advocates or your leaders for your community. We've also built out this gamification extension as well with milestones. So people who reach certain milestones will get a badge displayed on their profile as well. So we're building this out as well at the moment. You can also highlight different topics in your community. In Open Social, all of the content created on your platform, we call it topics. So you can create different topics. So I have a health-based community. So therefore I have health-related content. And then you can also see events in this dashboard. But again, these dashboards can contain any content that you would like. I will take you into an event now and show you what that looks like, because those are big features used by our members. We have a map here, so all of the locations for the map will show up on the tagged location will show up on the map. You can also get an overview of the events on the left, and on the right here we have the filtering system, which is based on the tags and the content taxonomy that you have. So you can filter it by, if you're gluten-free, you might want to see what events there are for someone who's gluten-free, or if you're into environmentalism, you can also see what's related to that. You can also see what the past events were, so it's very easy to filter through and find content or events that are relevant for you. I will just go into this clothing swap here. And you can see that this is for the community only. Over here, we have the permissions, and it's only for people who've created an account and are part of the community. You can request to enroll over here. You can see the date, the time, the address. You can like it, you can follow it. And yeah, you have all the information there, have the comments, the enrollees, which makes it very easy to connect with people ahead of an event that you're going to, and the tags. So if you're interested in any of these, you can go in and see what else is associated with that tag. In the comments, like I mentioned, you can add an attachment there, so it can be PDF, picture, etc. Have you any questions at the moment?
No, not really, Erica.
Okay, great. I'll continue then. So I also showed you the group in Spark Blue, so I'll take you through some other elements here. I have all of the topics listed down here, but I'm going to take you over to the network now, because of course these platforms are here to help you network with your members and connect with them. So you can see your members over here. Again, you can filter these. This filtering is based on information that members tag themselves in their profiles. You can follow a member and have their content show up in your profile, or in your activity stream, I should say. So I will take you into my profile because it's the most built out one that I have on here. I will give you a look at what that looks like. So again, similar in look and feel a little bit to a social media, a little personalized environment for yourself. You have the sidebar with the picture. This little tick here means that I'm verified as working with Open Social. This little tick is connected to one of our add-ons called organization profiles, which is a very popular feature lately. It's essentially like a LinkedIn page for an organization within the profile, and therefore members can be verified as working within that organization. You can leave a comment directly on someone's activity stream. You can add an image or a video. You can also see what events they're attending, what content they've been posting. So it's quite rich in content for someone to engage, and you can like their comments. So it's very easy to connect with someone then.
And this is all only visible for one who's signed in.
Yes, we are currently in discussion about whether we can open the network, because some people want a directory. That is something we're exploring lately, and all of the privacy questions around that. So is that something that's of interest for you, to have a public directory, or is it interesting more so to just have it within the community?
No, within a community, I think. Well,
That's the default currently.
yeah.
Yeah. So next I will take you to the resources. So
Can you show me a little bit about because a colleague of mine has uh, got your website or is engaging,
mhm,
um, but we are an educational institute.
mhm.
How you can engage with students?
In what way? Are you talking maybe more like courses or just, let's say, having a group of students like grade one, grade two? How do you see that happening?
I don't know exactly how she is going to use it, but I guess she want to use it in within a course.
Mhm. So you're interested in the courses. Okay, I can give a walk through that because I do have one or two courses on my platform. But we do also have one of our clients is an educational community as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I can share that with you after so you can give a look at what someone else has done with their platform for an educational community. But as I mentioned, what would be interesting there is having the different roles for different people within the community. So, for example, a student could see one type of dashboard and maybe an activity stream, but then the teachers would get more of like an analysis style dashboard. I will show you what that could look like when I take you onto the site manager's profile, because I have set up a dashboard so that it has, let's say, KPIs. You can see other different metrics of who's engaging. So it is quite flexible. It more so depends on how you want your different community members to engage as well. You could also have students in a certain group, for example. So all of the students in grade one could be within a group and then they get all the topics related to them, can comment and engage there, can also directly message each other, have instant chat. It's all possible. What we're looking at now, though, is the resource library, which I guess would also be quite important to an educational community. So you can tag that with different tags. So, for example, if there was geography, you can create a tag where it's geography, and then the resources would be tagged with that label as well. So, this is what this looks like. I'll just go into a quick recipe one here so you can get an overview of what that might look like as well. You can also see if the content is related to any group. You can again like it. You have the details, you have the tags, you can link within the information here, and just comment at the bottom. I will also show you, I'll have to, I'm going to log into the site manager's profile now so that you can see what that looks like, because I believe that the courses are also in that profile. So I'm going to log out of my fake page and then log in as a site manager. Again, a site manager has the most rights within the platform. And now, as you can see, this is looking a little different, not only because of the dashboard being different, but you can see over here on the left, we have a menu that wasn't there. And we also have the dashboard management menu here. So this toolbar on the left is, yeah, it has everything that you need to control the site. You have all the permissions, so you can manage the content from here. You can manage the menu from here, the people, general configuration, data policies, and appearance. You can also organize all of your content from here, your groups and people. So that toolbar is where you need to be if you want to change anything within the site. So I mentioned that you could change the dashboard to suit what you want your members to see. For example, as the site administrator, I want to see what the most trending topics are so that I can see what my community is most engaged in, see what the new topics are, see KPIs, again, the leaderboards. I have been very quiet on this, so there's no KPIs now, but you can structure this so that you can have a different outlook on what the community looks like, and you can engage in the newest or most trending topics. Up top as well here, you can see that I have some notifications. I have this notification is for the inbox where you can directly message someone. We also have notification center, so you can see when someone likes your post or joins a group. So all possible there. I will now take you to courses. I don't have them built out fully here, but I have one that you can see. We have two options for courses. We have just a basic course, which is just questions and answers, and then we have the advanced courses, which have multimedia elements as well. So it kind of looks like a group again. You can see what it's tagged with here, and you can create the sections, manage your members. I have already completed it, but I can give you a look at what it looks like here. So yoga for beginners. You can then put in the lesson essentially here. You can also put images here. All can go within this question block. You can also have the different sections and whether it's been completed or not. And you can also get analytics on that after. So I've already passed this quiz. You can see that here. How is that, Roots? Is there any questions about that?
No.
Okay. So we'll give one last look through the activity stream here, because then I am essentially finished. So if there's anything you would like to see in the last few minutes or any questions you would like to ask, please feel free. So this is the activity stream. This is basically just your community stream where people can post and where you can see what's been posted lately. You can also see the organization's profiles. I'll take you into that for a second. Also, who are the newest members of the community. So I'll take you into the Open Social profile right now. This is one of our premium add-ons. This is really helpful for organizations that might have many different member organizations as well. You have a LinkedIn looking profile for them. You can see who their followers are, where they're based. You have the header, the websites, information. We're also building this out so that you can have the resources attached to it. I'm not sure why it's not activated on mine, but this is quite an advanced feature now. Don't know if they've updated my environment, however. So that's Open Social in a nutshell. Is there anything, any questions or anything you're curious about?
Yeah, about the privacy issues. You're a Dutch company,
Yep, we are indeed.
and the data, where is it? Where is it stored? Is it inside the?
Yeah, in a database. It can be stored in Europe. We work with Platform SH for our cloud infrastructure. So they have, Europe, around Europe. There's also America, Australia, etc. But yeah, all GDPR compliance.
And do you say compliant, but do you have a, how do you say it? In Dutch is het verwerkersovereenkomst.
Oh, I'm not sure. Do you mean a checkbox to agree to the GDPR rules upon registering for the community by any chance? Is that
Yeah.
what Yeah, you can create that. Yeah. So on signing in, let me see. I think Spark Blue might have this. So also in Spark Blue, you have the single sign-on, by the way, which is interesting. But you can sign up and see, I believe that they have, yeah. So you can have your data policy on the bottom and your CAPTCHA.
Mhm.
So you can spam. So yes, this is all possible.
Yeah, but as a company, do you sign an agreement between let's say me and your company that you are indeed compliant?
Of course, yeah, definitely. And also with our partner who does the hosting. A lot of the security and the privacy is done through that, but there is, of course, agreements about that. And it's very transparent. I don't often see that, however, but yes, for sure. We take it quite seriously.
Yeah, well, it is a bit of a concern for us because yeah, what I said, my colleague, well, she's, I think, went a bit out of line, so she bought it from her own budget, because,
Mhm.
but she didn't realize that there were she didn't realize that the privacy issues that maybe occur. So
Was that the open source distribution or was it the SaaS product?
I think the SaaS.
Okay, well, I'm not sure. Maybe we should email about this and discuss that because this is also recorded. I don't want to have more privacy issues, but if you have an issue with and you're already a client, then we would be happy to try and work with you to make sure that that's all smoothed out.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's be in touch about that.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Great. Any other questions then?
No, I think that this was it. This was it.
Well, thanks for your time, Ruth. Glad you joined. And let's keep in touch about this. I'm curious to know more.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Yes. You too. Have a nice evening.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
We are Open Social. Made to share.